So here let's take an example of two objects, object 1 and object 2, and let's consider a scenario where object 1 is calling object 2. Okay, so protocols and delegates basically enables bilateral communication between the two objects. Now let's understand why that is necessary. So let's take a scenario where, let's say, object 1 is a UI application. Okay, and in the UI application, user can do multiple things, like he can click on buttons, he can enter text in the text boxes, and let's say one of the action on the UI is to print. Okay, and let's say this object is responsible for printing a document. Okay, now let's say user has clicked on this button and this UI wants to print a huge document, let's say, which is consisting of 100 pages. So the typical flow would be when the user clicks on this button, object 1 will create the instance of object 2 and will call a method call object 2 dot print, right? And it will pass the document as a method. Now object 2 will print, let's say, 100 pages, right? And this takes about, let's say, 5 minutes. Okay, so the object 2 will take the 5 minutes to execute the method, and then only will return the control to the caller, right, saying that printing is done. Right, this is a typical flow. Now during this 5 minutes, it's a typical long running task, right? UI will remain completely frozen, right? User cannot do any other activity in the UI, like typing the text into the text box or playing with the images on the UI. Nothing can be done. Right? So that's the typical problem if we do not use protocols and delegates and just use one-way communication, where you call on to other objects with a long-running method. The object while the object 2 is running its long-running method, object 1 is stuck and cannot do anything because all the operations are running on the main thread, right? And there is nothing in the object 1 that UI can do. Like basically, user is almost stuck. So how can we improve this with the use of protocols and delegates? Let's look at that. So the goal is to keep the user interface in object 1 responsive while the long running method of object 2 running it on the background. So here's how we do it. Here is the object 1, the usual object 1, right? And here is the object 2. So what we do is we create first a protocol class, and object 2 is a publisher of that protocol. Basically, protocol is nothing but a contract, or also known as the interface, which is basically saying this interface will just have one method called notify, and somebody will subscribe to this and will implement the notify method. The print notifier is called as a protocol, right? So this is the protocol that we keep referring to. A protocol is nothing but an interface. So this is what a protocol is. So on one side of protocol there is a publisher. So object 2 is a publisher of this protocol, and object 2 is a consumer of this protocol, right? So object 2 says, hey, whenever I am running a long running task, and whenever I am done, I am going to publish my status using this print notifier protocol, and object 1 can subscribe to this protocol and receive the notifications so that object 1 doesn't have to wait. So whenever object 1 calls on object 2's long running method, which we had it here, right? So let's say print method, right, on object 2. So object 2 now, object 1 doesn't have to wait. This method returns immediately, right, while the object 1 executes the print method on a background thread. Okay, and whenever the printing is done, it invokes this particular print notifier, and the way it does it is by implementing a delegate, which is a publishing mechanism for this protocol, right? So object 2 says, you object 1, hey, you don't have to wait for me. Whenever I am done with printing, I'm going to call my delegate, which is nothing but an instance of this protocol, and will call the notify method. So here it will say delegate dot notify with the document status, whether printing is done or cancelled, and that's it. So object 1 doesn't have to wait. Object 1 just to subscribe to this notification, and the way it does it is by implementing this protocol itself, right? So object 1 would inherit from this print notifier interface, and then it will say object 2. So object 2 dot delegate equal to self, and it will implement this method function dot notify, right? Those are the two things we do, right? So basically you are creating a pointer to object 1 inside object 2, right? So whenever object 2 is done with the printer, it's going to call delegate.print notify, which it basically in turn calls the object 2.delegate, and it implements this particular method. So this is how protocol and delegate works. It basically enables bilateral communication between the objects, so that the long running task, nobody is blocked, right? And the communication happens via basically purely using publisher subscriber mechanism, and we just notify each other. Object 1 doesn't have to wait. Object 2 can notify whenever the task is done. So let's see an actual code example using this. So I've created a simple example to illustrate the protocols and delegate. First, we'll talk about the challenge without the protocols and delegates, and then I will show you how can we solve the problem with protocols and delegates. So I've created a simple app where I have a label, I have a text box, and I have a button to download an image. And this image, after we download, will get displayed into the image view box, and the label indicating the status of downloading, right? Very simple. So all the code is here. So this is our main UI function, right, where we have viewDidLoad function, where we're just seeing the status of the button is status, and the download button, when it's clicked, what we are going to do is we are going to download this image, which is from NASA, one of the image of a galaxy. And then I have created a separate class called image downloader, which actually does the downloading of the image. It's a simple function. Ignore the commented code. It just takes the image URL, it uses URL class, downloads the image, and updates the image to its image property and sets that image. And I have added the sleep code to sleep the thread for 10 seconds deliberately to show visible impact of the delay, right? And I'm printing the status message. Rest of the code is commented out for now. Okay, don't worry about the rest of the code. So I am simply calling the image downloader. I am passing the image that I want to download, and then I'm only calling download function. Then once the downloading is done, the status is set to done, and the image views image is set to image. So this block, as you can see, is a blocking call. The UI will be blocked for 10 seconds, right? Nothing, user cannot do anything during this 10 seconds, and I will show you by what I mean. So I'm going to hit Command R to run the app. So the app is running now. I'm going to hover my cursor into this label box, and I'm going to type 1 or 2 letters. Okay, it is allowing me to type. It's pretty responsive. Now I'm going to click on the download image, and again I'll try to type in the type box, label this text box, right? Because I should be able to continue typing this into this text box while the image is downloading. So as soon as I click on this download button, the image download will start, but I want to continue writing the label for that image. So I'm going to click on the download button, and I'm trying to attempt to type in this box. As you can see, you can hit the keyboard, but the completely UI is frozen. I am not able to type in this type box. So as you can see, only after the image is downloading, it is taking all the letters from my keyboard and it's showing it here. So this is not a good UI experience, right? So we need to fix that. I should be able to download this image. At the same time, I should be able to type in this type box, right? So let's change that. So way to do that is, let me go to the image downloader.swift. First thing we need to do is, we need to create this protocol, right? So this is the protocol that I have created, which has just one function to notify whether the downloading has been finished or not, right? And this protocol will be published by my image downloader. So I am creating a delegate as we described in the earlier chapter, which is of the type of that protocol, right? That is the one thing that I'm doing. Then second thing I'm doing is, once my downloading is done, I'm just going to set this downloading finish notify, right? I'm going to call my delegates did finish downloading function. I'm going to call, and this function I have to run in the async thread, right? So to run the background thread, I'm going to call this function, and then I'm going to update my I'm going to call this main.self.download image on the self.dispatch.main.async function, which is the UI background thread. So there is a global background thread where the downloading of the image, I want to call it on a background thread, worker thread, and then if I need to notify my UI, I need to call this notification method in the dispatch queue.main.async method, right? This is the so the function that we added was, we created an instance, we added a new protocol to notify. Then our image download is the publisher of that protocol, right? So we added a delegate, and we added an image downloader delegate, and we are saying whoever wants to subscribe, they can subscribe to this delegate, and I'm going to fire that delegates did finish downloading function once the image downloading is complete, right? So that at this point the image downloading is complete, and I'm going to call this function which will notify all the subscribers. Now in my subscriber, which is UI view controller, I need to subscribe to this delegate, right? So to protocol, right? So I'm going to say image downloader delegate. This is the protocol I need to subscribe. So once I subscribe to this protocol, I need to implement its function, right? This is the function I need to implement, and inside this function, once the image is downloading, I'm going to set the status to done, and I'm going to set that image to sender.image, right? Other code is not very important. Is really only these two are important at this time, right? So I have added the protocol and delegate. Now let's see the difference. One more thing you need to do is, you need to add the delegate as a self, because I am writing the function, the UI controller itself is a delegate. So I'm going to, because I am overriding this method inside my delegate, where I'm setting, once the downloading is done, I'm going to say status as done, and I'm going to set the image views image to my center image, right? So let's run the app. So let me start typing in this text box, 2 letters, it's fine. So what should happen is, now once I click the UI button, the label, I should be able to continue to type in the label box. The status label should be changed. The UI should not be freezing in this particular case, right? Because we have updated our code to use protocol and delegate. So let's try that. So I'm able to download I'm going to download this image. See, the UI is not frozen. The status label was changing continuously and image was downloading asynchronously. So that's the advantage of using protocol and delegates. It allows the bilateral communication between the objects, which in turn eliminates the UI freezing option, and all the background tasks are running on a background thread, and the notification happens whenever the background thread is completed, which does not block the main thread. I hope you have enjoyed this lecture. Thank you very much.